Chef Pennington here. Today we're doing Texas smoked prime rib. This is where my passion truly lies, in low and slow barbecue, Texas barbecue. So let's talk about the meat. Where does it come from? This cut of meat comes between the 6th and the 12th rib on the cow, and it can consist up to 7 bones. And the roast that we've got here today has all 7 bones in it, which is cool. And we're also cooking a USDA prime rib. So when you're picking out your meat, you want to look for really good marbling and a fat cap right on the outside there. Real important, marbling and that little extra cap on the outside of the ribeye. Bigger the better. It's the most tender part of the meat. So seasoning it up. As it's coming to room temperature, go ahead and liberally salt and pepper your meat and let it sit out as it's coming up to room temperature. It's going to take about 45 minutes for this large of a cut. Most of them are usually 4 to 5 bones, which won't take quite as long, but you can tell if it has a chill on it or not. So olive oil, you can use peanut oil. Just get an oil on the outside because it's going to really help develop the bark. It's going to make it look really beautiful when it comes off of the pit. So don't skip that step, please. So cover every little inch of it. Both ends too. It's easy to forget the ends. And we did use olive oil here. And then we're going to season it up even a little bit more. So putting on some extra sea salt. We use some Himalayan sea salt here, which has just got all kinds of good stuff in it. You can't buy better than Himalayan sea salt. You can get that at like Whole Foods and places like that, especially supermarkets. Keep an eye out for it. So that's a moltiajete. He sit there. That's got herbs de Provence in it, or Italian seasoning. The moltiajete there just opens up all the oils and brings out the flavors and the perfumes and all the good stuff you get from those herbs. So be sure to cover it pretty liberally. You don't have to go crazy with the herbs de Provence. Off to the smoker. Our smoker is at 300 degrees to start, and throughout the cook, it stayed right up at 275. We're not doing brisket. We're not doing the super low and slow. We're not doing pork butt, which is really closer to 225. This is a big, huge steak, so we're going to do it higher. That's why we're at 275. And if you stayed at 300, that'd be fine too. So that's the smaller end. Make sure when you put it on your pit, the smaller end is away from your heat source. And underneath there, we've got 2 water pans. That just adds extra moisture and helps protect your meat during the cook. All right. Took 4 hours for us, but we had a 7 bone. So that's something to consider, and you need a meat thermometer. So let's see how this turned out for us. So our buddy Ron there, he's looking happy. He owns the place. Really great guy. My barbecue buddy. All right, 7 bone roast coming off. Now see the bark there? See that beautiful color? That was definitely in part from obviously the smoke, but you need the oil on the outside, and that helps that beautifulness happen. It's the magic. Really not a hard process here. You just got to do step A, B, C, D, and everything's going to be great. 123 to 125 is going to give you medium rare. Please don't overcook that. That is what this is supposed to be, is medium rare. If you don't like medium rare, you might just cook steak. So the next most important step is allowing it to rest. You've got to allow it to rest for all those juices to reabsorb and go everywhere. And there you guys go. You've got a beautiful prime rib, tender, juicy, wonderful. Come join us.